Hi. Okay, good. Good evening. Welcome to another live on the last day of the alternate day fasting challenge. I hope you made it. I'm very proud to say I made it. I alternate day fasted for 7 days, which is something I have not done since 2022. Yeah, definitely haven't done that since 2022. Um, this should be your fast day, and this is your distraction live. Tomorrow morning, we will weigh in and take our after photos. If you're in the ADF Facebook group, which is linked down below, you can feel free to post your results there. I will also post my before and after for the challenge in the community tab on YouTube for those to see. So YouTube and Facebook is involved. Are you really hi everyone? Good evening. Just give me a little thumbs up on your way in. I'd appreciate it. So YouTube can know this is good content and promote it more. I'd love to get 100K before I die. 100,000 subscribers before death. Adriana said she's going to keep going. Lyric said she was looking forward to this live. Heidi made it through 1 week. Cynthia is proud of everyone for sticking it out. Hi, Yashi. Hi, Andrea. So tonight's topic is all the benefits of alternate day fasting. I chose this topic tonight because if you're on schedule with all of us, this is a fast day. And on fast day, we usually need that motivation to keep us going. Thank you, Michael. Hoop earrings are my signature since high school. Something about them on my big head balances my big face. And that's no shade to me. It's just, it is what it is. I have a strong jaw, so hoops just look good on me. Thank you, though. Hello, Christine from Ontario. Claire said she's going to keep going. I'm going to wait a little bit longer before I ask who's going to keep going, but that's great that you are going to keep going. Um, yeah, so yeah, on our fast days, we need a little extra motivation. And there's no better motivation to me than benefits. Like, what are you actually getting out of fasting? Where can this eventually lead you? What do you like? Why are you doing this? So, I'm going to talk about some benefits of the 36-hour fast specifically, since that's mainly like what has changed me and what's changing you. I'm going to get to 100K before the month end. Okay. Okay. I'll speak it into existence, Ankita. Carmen is going to keep going. So I'm curious who is going to keep going? Who is going to continue another week? Because it's good to think of it in like week by week instead of like, oh, the entire month. Let's break it down in chunks. That's how you tackle large goals. Break it down into little chunks. When you see a big steak, you don't like think, oh my God, how am I going to devour this entire steak? You take it little bits by bits and then eventually it's over. Right? So who is going to do another week? Okay. Yeah. You're definitely in this for the long haul, Rachel. I love it. Can anyone tell me if they've seen a significant difference. And okay, not even if you've seen it. Has anyone else around you noticed something different about you? Curious. It's one thing for you to notice changes, it's another thing for people to notice these changes. Has anyone gotten comments, questions, statements about their appearance lately? Cynthia says, I'm going to keep going as well. And I feel and look great. Can't wait for weigh in tomorrow. I'm kind of looking forward to weigh in too. I'm just curious as to where I landed. Am I out of the 90s? Um, how much did I ultimately lose? Rachel got so many compliments today at work about my weight loss. Wow. Look at that. It must be significant. Darcy says she's going to keep going and she started a month ago and didn't even make it the first fast day. So you did the challenge, Darcy, and made it, or have you been trying since a month ago? I was told at my laser appointment my face looks slimmer. That is the biggest thing for me too, Adriana, my face. If you compare my first live to this current live, the face is a lot more sculpted, and I love that. There's nothing I dislike more than my moon face, puffy face, um, like it just ticks me off like no other. I could deal with anything else, but a puffy face, I rebuke it. So yeah, the face. Your daughter told you you look younger. Okay, Bianca, we love that. Tamika's gonna keep going. Your boyfriend said something secret. Ooh. I went to church and so many people came up to me asking if I'm losing weight. Wow. And this is just 7 days, y'all. Absolutely, I'll be sharing my results. Look out on the if you're part of the alternate day fasting Facebook group, I'll post there. And I'll also post on the community tab in YouTube. Okay. So everybody can see it and be inspired and watch my content and be like, hey, that doesn't look so bad. Hopefully, they could catch up on all the lives and make it day by day like we did together. I'm concerned about how would do. I'm concerned about how would you do the 21-day fast with my church along with a 36-hour fast? You have to pick one or the other. Um, what is the protocol for the 21-day fast at your church, Tracy? Is it like 21 days straight or intermittent fasting? Let me know and I'll tell you how to answer that. Going into my third week, wow, Ashley, mom is going to start ADF because of the results she's seen on me. You have no idea how happy that makes me. And especially like I think about my mom and I know she would benefit so greatly from alternate day fasting because she's diabetic. Diabetes on both sides, y'all. It's like I have to run from it. But she has done some later eating, so sometimes she'll fast until like 2 p.m. And for that, I'm very proud of her. So I'm glad your mom wants to do that. We want to keep mom alive and healthy as long as possible. Jamaica, Stuart, you're welcome for another live. I'm not looking forward to weigh in. I slipped up yesterday. How did you slip up yesterday? Yesterday was feast day, Tiara. There's no slip ups on feast day. You eat, you just eat. Okay. You love my content. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate you. If you're just coming in, go ahead and just push that like button for me so we could get this content going and out there. ADF helps with my inflammation. Yes. You like your face much more on ADF. Same. What's the best time of the day to start? When you wake up, you fast until you go to bed and wake up the next day. Then you could break your fast. Sun up to sun up. Okay, so I have two pieces of literature that shaped me. I have my first one was Fast, Feast, Repeat by Jen Stevens, The Comprehensive Guide to Delay, Don't Deny Intermittent Fasting. This is what I read about to inform myself about fasting. Well, not just fasting, but more so clean fasting. The benefits of clean fasting. I had first got the audiobook, listened to it, and then I wanted the physical book for reference to look back on, highlight things. So I will be pulling stuff from this tonight. And she really, like, the funny thing is, when I started alternate day fasting, I pretty much I probably looked at a few articles, Rachel Sharp and Dr. Jason Fung, and that was it. Okay, I went off of that. And then everything I shared on the internet was due to my experience. So it's so funny when I read things that I was doing in these books, like without even knowing. It's so funny that I knew to do these things inside these pieces of literature. And I just know, like, oh, that makes sense. Or, yeah, you shouldn't do that. Or, yeah, that was what you should do. It's funny because I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't you do that? So if you are serious about fasting, I would recommend this. And Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mindy Peltz is a great one as well for fasting for women. So let's talk about some of the benefits of fasting that I experienced, and then I'll talk about some that professionals and researchers talked about. So initially, the one of the biggest things that alternate day fasting cleared up for me was inflammation. When I was 252 pounds, um, I guess it was just way too much weight, and I was getting really puffy, and my knees and both of my ankles were swelling, but especially my right ankle. My right knee and right ankle specifically was very puffy. It was starting to look like elephant legs. And I was like, I didn't know what it was. I thought I had an autoimmune issue because it was just like it wouldn't stop and then it was starting to hurt. It felt like fluid. It looked like fluid. And then I realized after a week of true alternate day fasting, which I call true alternate day fasting ADF for real, like every other day eating, every other day fasting, true ADF. Um, the inflammation reduced quite a bit, quite a bit. And then by the end of the month, the inflammation was gone. It was I actually had to remember, like, oh wait, I had that issue, didn't I? It was gone. So that was the biggest thing is it rids your like it really takes care of inflammation. And inflammation isn't necessarily like, my issue too with the puffy knees and joints. Inflammation could be inflammation in your face, okay, inflammation in your womb, inflammation in your fingers, like fluid fingers, um, inflammation in your stomach. Like inflammation could take place in places you can't see. Okay. So that was a big, big, big deal that actually I don't give enough credit to fasting enough for clearing that up for me. So if you find yourself thinking, oh my God, I have autoimmune issues, a great bout of fasting more than likely will rid you of that. Okay. And if you hear my throat a little weird, it's yesterday I couldn't even do the live. I was beat. Um, I was waiting for this fast to like kick this illness's butt because I developed it on Tuesday. Like literally while sitting here on live, I could feel the sickness coming on on a Tuesday, and the whole week is like mucus, sore throat, swollen glands. Ugh, I'm like, am I gonna beat this or what? Of course, the next thing is fat loss. A big benefit of thank you, Fareed. Yeah, I feel a lot better today. Oh, I didn't even talk about the second book. Oh yeah, I did. So the next one is fat loss. Okay, notice I say fat loss, not weight loss, but fat loss. Fat loss is hand in hand with a 36-hour fast. You have no choice but to burn fat with a 36-hour fast because at that hour, that amount of time, it's like your body it is going to deplete its glycogen stores and it is going to use fat for fuel. You are going to go into ketosis with that length of fast. It is going to happen, okay? Now, when you become fat adapted, which is you're easily able to use fat for fuel instead of glycogen, then you're able to get to ketosis faster, right? Which is burn fat longer, but you will, with the 36-hour fast, get to fat loss. Not necessarily always with the 16-8, not necessarily always with the 24 or even OMAD, okay? You will get to it with OMAD, but you don't stay in it very long because you break the fast. So you'll get a little dab into the ketosis pot and then, go out. Most of the weight you usually lose on OMAD and such is going to be because of a reduction in calories, but not because you're really tapping into fat stores. And that's why I say, like, it's okay to do ADF without doing too much with your diet first because that length of fasting is going to attack those fat stores. Now, when you find yourself plateauing and you're like, okay, it's been 5 months and I'm not seeing the changes on the scale like that anymore, then you could start to clean up your diet, add exercise. But just by doing a 36-hour fast, you're going to burn fat. And you know where a lot of that fat comes from? The waist. The waist, the waist, which is crucial. Fat loss from your waist is crucial because when you have excess fat around your waistline, that's around your organs. Visceral fat around your organs is not safe. It's quite dangerous. And the larger your circumference of your waist, the more likely you are to have heart issues, heart attacks. Okay. Like when I wake up after a fast, I have abs. I have abs. It's not a flat stomach. I have abs. You know why? Because it's eating up that layer of fat over everything. So all that muscle, like I haven't heavy lifted in a long time and I don't see myself doing it anytime soon. Like I just don't have that. Before I used to like I as soon as I was done with work, I would run to the gym and heavy strength train. I don't have that anymore so much and I don't know why. I'll pinpoint it and maybe like try to understand why. Maybe I just don't want heavy work anymore. But all that muscle that I gained, that still remains and that I used for everyday things such as getting off the couch and picking up my kids and lifting groceries, it starts to reveal itself because the fat that's covering my natural musculature and definition starts to peek through. So you start to look lean without even lifting. And that's not to say you don't lift, but everybody naturally has some form of muscle, right? Whether you use it or not, it's one thing, but your muscles just start to become more visible with a 36-hour fast because that fat layer is now starting to be eaten away. And it is very encouraging to see that. And you see it. You see it quite soon. You see it it happens very fast. Even after your first fast day, you can see a difference. Now, the first fast day, it'll be mainly like water and that kind of stuff. Just that inflammation is losing. And that's why I tell you your second fast day is your make or break day because that's when that switch from running on glucose to fat happens. That's why it's so difficult because that switch, you're really going to start tapping like you've used up your fat stores on fast day 1. No, you used up your glucose stores on fast day 1. Then on fast day 2, you're going to start transitioning, and after fast day 2, you'll start recognizing like, oh, oh, hmm. Is that a difference I see? Your eyes are not deceiving you. Yes, it's a difference you see. You have officially made it into fat burning mode. Okay? By fast day 3, you will get to ketosis easier. By fast day 4, which is today, the fourth fast day of the challenge, you should not have as I said, it's simple, but it's not easy. You should not have struggled that much because getting into ketosis is a lot easier. So if you're not triggering your cravings with things such as um, maybe like a splash of sweetened cream in your coffee, or something triggering like some kind of sweet on your fast day, then you should have pretty much cruised through today. Like your body should be used to it. You should be seeing a massive difference in the mirror, your stomach, your waistline, your jawline. It is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And yesterday I pretty much ate what I wanted. So today was a little like ooh, in the morning, and a little today because I've been drinking a lot of like teas, and I had to have some like creamer in my coffee today. I had to. So, um, if you're aware that, hey, if you want to make your day easier, don't add anything. Do what you can without it. But eating up that visceral fat, that fatty liver, and all that is just delicious, delicious. Your pants will start to fit a little better. Your skirts will start to feel a little more comfortable. What have I noticed? I've noticed those things. I've noticed I like what I see on FaceTime more. Before, like my face just looked so big on FaceTime, and now it's like a lot leaner to the point where my mom is like, "Did you do something?" I was like, "No, mm-mm, I didn't do anything." Even looking at myself doing this live, I like what I see a lot more because as I said, there's nothing I can't stand more than a full face, like a big inflamed puffy face. So, okay, let me read what y'all saying, and then we'll move on. I'll keep going. Yeah, who's gonna keep going? Before now, I've rarely been able to stick to my fasting goals. Thank you, Colleen. Your support is invaluable and you're an inspiration. You're welcome, Joey. 21 days straight. I normally do the Daniel fast and up to Sanaa. Well, Tracy, if you okay, it depends on how much weight you have to lose and why the church is fasting. If the church is fasting for spiritual reasons, you can feel free to fast with the church. If you are on the slimmer end and not like like 50 pounds or more to lose, you could go ahead with the church. Um, I would if if those don't apply to you, do ADF. Amanda's non-scale victory. Getting ready for church this morning, I didn't have to use the button extender on my slacks. That's that fat burn. I love that for you. You're going to get one of those books. I think I have them linked down below if you're interested. So the books that I will be referring to later is Fast, Feast, Repeat by Jen Stevens. This was my first one. And then Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mindy Peltz. Um, I feel like one of the biggest things to get you through fast day, right? One of the biggest things for me personally, but it will help you if I share it, I guess. The biggest thing is to understand the mechanics of a fast, okay? The more you understand what your body is doing, what is happening to your internals on a fast day, the more likely you are to stick to your fast and not break it. Okay, I need you to understand that wholeheartedly because even apart from your why for your personal goals, your why, you need a how. How is this happening? How is this happening? Why is this occurring? Okay. And you need to understand the science behind fasting. You need to understand the science behind fasting. It will motivate you so much more because you'll understand why you're feeling the way you do, what hormones are occurring, what signals ghrelin that it comes in patterns and waves, and if you ignore it for like 15 minutes, like all those things are explained in books such as these, in sit downs, podcasts by medical professionals, research and studies. Okay, don't come to me alone and be like, oh, Colleen did it, I could do it too. You need to understand why fasting works. It is crucial for you to keep on your fast day. It's just like it helps you understand so much more. You need to understand what's being triggered, the dopamine levels, the receptors, like, and it's not as lofty as you think. Like they break it down for the masses. Like these aren't made for other PhD candidates. They're made for the masses. They're made for public consumption. That means when you read it, you'll have a complete understanding of like, oh, okay, okay, I see why that happens. If you don't have that, you are doing yourself an injustice as far as fasting goes. Mm. Good evening, Octavia. Happy to see you. Hi, Mariella from St. Martin. That's beautiful. Colleen, can 50 to 100 calories put you in ketosis on fast days? Okay, so there's two things that you achieve on fast day. Okay, there's autophagy and then there's ketosis. Okay, um, autophagy goes away in the presence of insulin. Autophagy goes away in the presence of protein. Ketosis goes away in the presence of insulin. Okay, you achieve autophagy on the fast day by clean fasting. If you're consuming anything on your fast day, whether it has calories 50, 100 below, You're not in autophagy. You are not. You're not. Okay? You're not. It is what it is. A fast, no matter how many calories or what I say, a fast is supposed to be essentially pure. But we need crutches. We're human, we're imperfect. We need crutches. So that's why I say, okay, fine, you can have that, you have that fat just to make it through, right? Cuz 50 calories is better than 200, 2,500 calories, right? You're going to lose weight. So that's why if you're fasting for health, like to clean up your system, to rid yourself of bad cells, because autophagy, let me type it because some people are like, what am I saying? Autophagy, autophagy. Autophagy is when the cells recycle and renew and reprocess to clear up things. So you'll get beautiful skin. You'll repair cancerous cells. You'll eat away at inflammation. Okay. In the presence of any kind of protein, you'll lose autophagy. In the presence of any kind of insulin, you'll lose ketosis. So, mainly what we do on our fast days is to at least be in ketosis, which is fat burning. So if you introduce anything that has any kind of sugary presence to it, sweetened, you are you're mildly knocking yourself out of ketosis. Will you get back in it? Yes, after you burn up whatever sugars, because I feel like the primary source our body goes to is glycogen. It's going to use up glycogen. But so when you have something with sugar in it, your body's going to use that up first and then go back into ketosis. So it depends on what the 50 to 100 calories is. You shouldn't be reaching 100 calories, 50 calories max on your fast days. Like, so if you need your supplements, if you need a splash of creamer, if you want some gum, that should be all in your 50 calories. There shouldn't be like a cup of juice. There shouldn't be, a half a snack. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay. The simpler, the better. I have inflammation in all my body blood tests. Just confirm that. Fast for your life, Tara. I didn't do the challenge a month ago, but when I failed, I've done better since being with the group and watching your videos. Yeah, we're all in this together. Listening to you, Colleen, is so motivational. Oh, my pleasure, Rachel. You look cute too. You gonna be a hottie. My daughter's 13 and weighs 175. I have, it depends on how tall she is. Good night. I can't believe I did it. I'm very proud of you, Nicole. I'm very proud of you. Can she do ADF? ADF is not for teenagers. ADF is not for breastfeeding women. ADF is not for pregnant people. ADF is not for teenagers. ADF is not for people with eating disorders. Okay. Because she is considered a child and children are not done developing. They need all the nutrients right now. She will need to go to her doctor, and the doctor will have to put her on a nutrition plan and a health plan. Okay. I find a majority of kids nowadays are overweight is because they don't move. When I was growing up, guess what? We were outside. We had nothing else to do but go outside. And also, guess what? We were always eating junk food and we were all thin. We were all thin. It was like a select few that really had hereditary issues that were maybe pudgy, chubby. We all took our $1 bill, went to the store, got a bag of seeds, sunflower seeds. We got two chips, a whole bunch of 5-cent candies. All right, maybe a quarter juice, and we ate junk. Then, we ran home, ate dinner. Kids, it's not that kids are eating horribly, is that they're not moving. They don't move anymore. And it's so sad to see all these neighborhoods void of children. It is the wildest thing to me because growing up, I grew up in the suburbs, thank God. I grew up in a suburbs where we played until the lights came on, and then my mom called us in, and then that's what we go inside. But every turn on the road when I was growing up, there was children playing rope, double dutch, tag, basketball. These basketball courts are empty now. It's actually quite sad. I think millennials were the last generation to experience a childhood and the development of technology. Like we had the best of both worlds as millennials. And I'm currently 34. I got to grow up with a normal childhood, not dependent on technology, and then also benefit from using technology. Get her she's 13, she should maybe be in high school by now. Team, put her on a team in high school, get her in team sports. I'm sorry that was so long. Colleen, I've been watching you for so long and finally decided to start December 29th on day 10 now and loving it. My waist went from 34 inches to 32 and a half. So I know let me tell you something about those inches, okay? They beat any number on the scale. Them inches, that's 2 inches. 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. That's a whole jean size, right? That's awesome. That's great. Good job. Great job. Wow. What Oh my goodness, I've missed so many comments. I'm sorry. It brought me down to the bottom. I'm like, I'm trying to catch up. Okay, I'd like to talk to a professional about it. Your daughter probably already has disordered eating, and ADF would not be good for her to start. There you go. I didn't know you were doing the live today. Yeah, I put it in the community tab and in the Facebook group yesterday when I said I'm not making one yesterday. Come on, girl. Today was very easy. I haven't felt hungry all day. I was very surprised. You're welcome. I've noticed less inflammation in my ankles, walking longer without being in pain. I love that for you, Ashley. You can see and feel the difference in your body, Nancy. Your coat fits a little loose. I know. That was such a good feeling when I put on like the jacket and like, that armband? That armband is when you always know you're gaining or losing weight. And I have the resistance in the armband. I love it. Princess, your collarbones are popping. Queen of the South, I love you. Are they though? I noticed that my taste buds have changed drastically. Ooh, yes, we don't crave. Our taste buds get a little, that's a benefit. Your taste buds become more sensitive. So something that's salty is like over salty. And sweets is like, ugh, you're a little turned off from sweets, honestly. And it only gets better as you go further. So that is a benefit to alternate day fasting. Your taste buds become very particular. Rachel's noticing her collarbones are popping. And mind you, guys, and if you're new to the challenge or this live, this is 7 days. Okay. We are on our seventh day of this is our fourth fast day. Okay. On Monday, we started our challenge off with a fast day. Then Wednesday was a fast day. Friday was a fast day. Sunday today is our fast day. Those other days we ate. Okay. It's not 7 days of fasting. Every other day, and people are losing 2 inches, 2.5 inches. People's collarbones are popping. Okay, these are benefits, y'all. These are benefits. These are benefits. Can we get the likes to 100? Oh, you're so sweet, Crystal. Um, am I too late to join? No, you can download the PDF. It's below. I'm not stopping until I hit my goal weight now. Thank you, Colleen, for instilling the mental discipline. You're welcome. When will you be resuming your fast and feasting vlogs? They will not be resumed. I am going to keep going. Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Amen. I started a day later and I'm going to keep going, as you should. You have both books? Yeah, buddy. I'm going to keep going. I started December 24th, and so far I'm feeling great. My mind has not been on food so much. Yeah. Today, what did I do? I cleared up, I organized my clothes. I got rid of a lot of pants because I'm not wearing them as much. I'm wearing a lot of dresses and skirts. I can't wait to go to Goodwill. I want to go to Goodwill so bad and look at their skirt section. Oh, it's killing me. We just had like about 7 inches of snow here in New York. So I couldn't go today, and tomorrow I have work. Relaxed, calm nature says, I appreciate you so much. On feast day, is it normal to be afraid to eat sugary foods? It's not that it's not normal, it's that your body doesn't want them. So you should respect that. You should respect whatever your body is telling you. That is a benefit of fasting. Your body becomes more particular. Okay? It starts to crave what it wants. Your body starts to crave what it needs and stop craving what it doesn't. All right. The other day, I went to my mom's and she had a pear, and the pear, like the pear was it. I wanted the pear. I wanted, like, it was just the best pear in my life. But what that told me was that I was craving the things within the pear: fiber, freshness, fluid, hydration, you know? It's not necessarily the food so much, it's like what's within the nutrient content, you know? So if you are afraid to eat sugary foods, don't eat sugary foods. Your body doesn't want it. Be afraid, be very afraid. Have natural sugars. Hello, Flo from Florida. Flo from Florida. I like that. Fast day for me today feels amazing. Sipped lemon ginger water, no sweetener, not hungry at all, even though yesterday I didn't plan better and I only had footlong veggie sandwiches yesterday. Yeah, that sounds wonderful. I love sipping on hot liquids on my fast day. And if it goes cold, I will rewarm it up again and sip some more. And then when it's done, guess what? I'll boil some more and sip again. I'm just sipping hot liquids all day. For one, it's very satisfying. For two, just makes my brain okay with not eating. For three, if it's tea or some sort, you are like flushing your system with goodness. I love that. Yeah, Jane, that's great. Footlongs when I was vegan, those used to be my go-to. Footlong veggie sandwiches. Please give tips on ADF and maintenance weight, how to get through 36 hours when you are at a healthy BMI. Are you at that point where you're in maintenance mode inspired? But if and when you do get to your goal weight, you can have like 5 2 days, 5 2 weeks, which is like 5 days eating, 2 days fasting. You can do daily alternate day fasting. You can throw in a 36-hour fast once a week. There's all kinds of ways for maintenance, but you can't stop fasting because that's how you got there. Okay. Whatever you did to lose weight, you have to keep doing to stay at that weight. It just is what it is. That's why there's maintenance calories. If you eat at your maintenance calories, guess what you're going to do? You're going to maintain that weight. But if you eat at weight loss calories, you will lose weight and you will keep losing weight. If you eat at weight gain calories, you will gain weight and keep gaining weight. So people want to do the thing and then end it. It will never happen. It will never, it realistically, it will never happen. Okay. So that's why I said, whatever you choose to lose weight needs to be what you do forever, or you're going to be on a roller coaster. You're going to be on a roller coaster if you don't find something that's maintainable. And that's why keto is not it for me. Me and keto will never be friends. And that's not to knock keto, but I don't find it as a long-term solution. Will it get you to where you need to go? Yes. But will you, in 3 years, turn down the cake on your birthday because you're on keto? Will you not ever want to have a muffin? And then, if you are having all these things, is it truly keto at that point? Whatever you're doing, you need to do forever. Sorry. That's just how it goes. That's the secrets of skinny people. What are the benefits? I'm listing them. There's a ton of benefits. Oh, great, Amber. Reading those books has helped me shift my mind. I'm not depriving myself, I'm healing myself. Yes. Yes. Starvation and fasting is not too different. The only thing that separates them is mindset. Am I doing something good? Am I punishing myself? Starvation, fasting. Hello, watching from Japan. Ooh, hi, Jen. Sasaki. Hello, never giving up, Tia. Okay, Tracy, I hope you found your solution. You've been using Element and it's been awesome. Yes, Ness. Element's really good. I used to depend on Element hardcore. I don't need it anymore, but for those who feel like, you have headaches, you have fatigue, you feel lightheaded, you feel really like low, LMNT is a sodium-based electrolyte. It's not sugar-based like most other electrolytes. It is sodium-based. It contains sodium, potassium, magnesium, which are those three key components to reviving yourself from being dehydrated, delirious, lightheaded, fatigued. So it just replenishes that. I have a link down below if you'd like to shop. Autophagy does get rid of toxic cells. You dry fasted today. Dry fasting is great. Is sugar-free gum included in that? Yeah, you can have sugar-free gum. Why not? You can have sugar-free gum. To me, it acts like brushing your teeth. It's not like you're ingesting food. You're just like freshening your mouth. But if you are like a bit particular, I like those Listerine um, breath strips to like freshen your mouth. Listen, no matter the calorie, don't go around anybody with fasting breath. You'll embarrass yourself. So just always make sure if you're around others, do what you need to do to make sure your breath is fresh. Okay, forget about the insulin triggers. Brush your teeth. Use mouthwash. If you need a pick me up, get the breath strips or sugar free gum with xylitol or something like that. Yes, I recommend. No one should be like with fasting breath. It is the worst. Oh, my pleasure, Paola. Just got on the live. Are you doing a group fast? Yeah, we're all fasting today. We're on day 7. We made it. Woo! I have not alternate day fasted in so long. And another benefit of alternate day fasting is you want to keep going. Like it's not painful. It's not something about it you start to like crave your fast days. If you're not there yet, I get it. But like on feast days, it's like, okay, it's nice to eat, but something about like your fast day, it kind of like it tests you. It's a test, and all of a sudden you have something to prove. Or at least that's how it is for me. Like I go into fast day and I'm like, all right, you I start enjoying that empty feeling. Am I bugging? Am I? mm? I start to look forward to that empty feeling. It is not even like, yeah, I guess that's how to describe it. Like I like that feeling of lightness. I like that feeling of being in control. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? It's something about mastering your fast day that like you're like, yeah, I can't wait till my next fast day. Watch me knock this one out the park. And then, you get to that evening part and you're like, oh, yeah, I could feel the fat. You start to crave your fast day, which is, I never experienced that doing 16/8. I never experienced that doing 16/8. Every day doing 16/8, I was so annoyed just to get to 12 o'clock. Just to get to 12 o'clock, it was annoying. Imagine waking up at 7 a.m., not getting in and being settled until 9 a.m., and then still like counting the minutes until 12 p.m. It's because I was never getting into ketosis. You know what I was doing 16/8? I was just having lower calories. I was never reaching ketosis. And that's why I struggled to make it to 12 p.m. That's why I struggled to just have 5 hours without breakfast. And here we are knocking out a whole 36 hours. Okay. It's because you're doing something within the system that a lot of people are not even getting to. A lot of people are struggling to just like have a keto diet. Meanwhile, we're over here just like minding our business and getting into ketosis. That is a big benefit. It's not easy, but it is simple. All right. All you have to do is not eat, and your body will do the rest. Your body is designed. Another benefit, your body is designed to do this. And while it's doing this, it is resetting your gut. Okay. Where's my book? It's coming. Your body is doing other things, and your body is working on other aspects that it never got a chance to while you're over here feeding it, 16 hours out of the day. That's wonderful. Okay. And your body is going to reflect that. Your skin is going to get clearer. Your eyes might get brighter. Okay. You just start feeling this internal lightness as you get, you start to enjoy deprivation. You start to enjoy deprivation. I don't know how else to explain this to y'all, but when you're doing true ADF, you start to get addicted to that fast day. Yeah. And that's why I say it's so important. It's so important to do your best to stick to the pattern. Because once you knock yourself off the pattern, it is really hard to get back on it. It's not it's not as easy as it was because remember the body got used to it. The body was like expecting this fast day and it's setting you up for this 36-hour fast. And then after the 36-hour fast, the body is ready to know that okay, this person is going to eat today. The body starts getting acclimated to what you're doing. So that's why when you fall off ADF, it is really hard to get back on. You have to make a really conscious effort to get back on because you knocked your body out of that pattern. The pattern is just as important. Okay, so true ADF or bust. True ADF or bust. That's a benefit. Let me see. Ooh, you guys make so many comments. Let me catch up. Wow, you guys have so many comments. Hold on. Okay. I made it too, and I'm going to continue this for the rest of the month. Okay. Kids kids today need movement every day. I played sports and stay outside. Yeah. The last time I attempted ADF, I was binging on feast days. This time I haven't binged at all. The lives really helped me. I'm very happy for you, Tessa. It's really about what you eat, not even so much about how much, but if you're eating like the right things, you could binge. Binge on a bowl of cauliflower rice with some chicken in it and a whole bunch of vegetables, and you could eat until your belly busts. Okay, but guess what? It doesn't have the same effect as eating an entire pizza. It's okay to feel full, even stuffed, but are you stuffing yourself with the right thing? Is it possible to lose fat and see body changes without seeing the scale change? Yes. Uh-huh. That's why I told you guys not to do any like heavy strength training this challenge because that's exactly why. You will lose fat, but if you gain muscle, you won't see the scale change. Okay? So you'll look in the mirror, love what you see, but look at the scale and be like, "Damn." So with this challenge, I told you to refrain from any muscle building so you could actually see the scale change and feel good. Day 7, this is my first time doing ADF. I do IF and I love ADF. I got really good results. I'll be continuing past the 7-day challenge to complete 30 days to kickstart my new year. I'm so proud of you, Ranielle. I love that. She's planning for 30 days. I think bike riding, playing tag, jump rope, climbing trees, skateboarding, and such saved my life. Yes, that's called having a childhood. And yeah. Hi, Mrs. White. Is this a class or a program? It's just a challenge. Just a girl on YouTube making videos. My 3 kids only eat when they're hungry. My 18-year-old eats 1 meal a day and the other 2 eat lunch and dinner. They don't like to eat breakfast. Me and my husband eat 1 meal a day and it works for us. That's how it should be, honestly. This whole construct of 3 meals a day, I don't I don't know where it came from. I think that whole thing actually I don't know where I read this, but Kellogg's, Kelloggs Cereal, the Kellogg's brand, they wanted to promote maybe cornflakes or some kind of cereal, and they came up with the slogan, "Breakfast is the most important meal of the day." And it stuck and never left. It never left. And you see how important marketing is. If you have a brand or business, you can hook people for life with the right slogan. Breakfast, the most important meal of the day. And until this day, that was created what, back in the 50s? Till this day, that sentiment rings true for most people. Even if they're not hungry, I need to have breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. Does your stomach say that? You ended up binge eating yesterday. Don't worry, Tiara. Don't worry, you all right. I've been dropping science. Ew. Where's my microscope? What are you eating on day you're eating? You could watch my previous What I Eat in a Days and ADF videos on feast days, Crystal Sparkle. ADF helps stop sugary cravings. Yes, ma'am. Colleen, did you clean fast this week or did you have 50 calories? I had my 50 calorie max to get through my fast. I did not clean fast. I look so healthy and beautiful. Thank you so much. Um, 50s and Fabulous lost 5 pounds. Woo! You get it, girl. You love, love, love listening to my lives. You feel healthier just being in the chat. Oh, I love that for you, Natural Law. Um, I know tomorrow is weigh-in, but yet weighed yesterday and I'm down 10 pounds. What? Okay, you have to weigh in again tomorrow, Myro. Climb that scale like 5 times. What? You lost 10 pounds? Mind you, this is 7 days, people. 7 days. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Baby, don't play with it. You manage a thrift store? Ooh, that must be frightening. If it's in the nice part of town, even worse. Um, if you want to get rid of another benefit of fasting is getting rid of addictions. Okay. If you if you're a binge eater, it'll break that addiction. If you are a sugar craver, it'll break that addiction. What happens is that your stomach starts to shrink when you're not stretching it out all the time. The only time you should be binge eating is because you maybe have a mental issue that you need to solve or you're emotionally eating. Both of those are mental issues that need to be addressed. Okay. For me, I have undiagnosed ADHD. I got something for that. For emotional eaters, you can either journal, which is a very big aspect that's overlooked. I didn't touch on it in this challenge because I know a lot of people are like, they skip over it anyway. But if you really want to kick your mental health and weight journey up, journal. Okay. Anytime you feel like you're about to break your fast, there's something going on with you. It's usually an emotional trigger or you're truly hungry, but it could be an emotional trigger, especially if it's out of the blue. If you're bored, lonely, frustrated, stressed out, you might want to just start moving it from here onto a piece of paper. So that is a big benefit. Breaking addictions. Um, Hi, Jew Ribeiro. I love Brazilians. I think the biggest benefit for me is not evolving my day around food and mental focus. That is another benefit. Mental clarity. When you are in ketosis, your brain just hits different. Okay. I mentioned that your brain runs, fat is a cleaner fuel for your brain to run on. Okay. It is a more even, just less volatile source of fuel for your brain to run on. Whereas sugar, it's spiky, it's hit or miss, it crashes. You get a spike and then it dips. It's very volatile. Whereas running on fat for fuel, it just gives you this evenness that just helps. When you're in ketosis, when you are just fine, free, and fancy. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just this evenness in your mood. You don't feel angry, you're not frustrated, you're not like skipping to your loo, and but you just like just if somebody were to yell at you right now, you just look at them like when I experienced this hardcore when I did my 72-hour fast. When I did the 72-hour fast to help shrink my fibroids and stop the bleeding, um, I did it clean. I did it absolutely clean. On day one, I had coffee, right? I had coffee, no sugar, no nothing in it, no cream, no nothing, nothing, nothing. Just unflavored black coffee. It wasn't even like premium, it was like instant coffee, Colombian roast. I had 6 ounces of that. And for the following 2 days, that's it. At that time, I was working overnight as a supervisor. Okay. Which is quite stressful because I was in operations in a high pace facility. When I tell you, I I'm trying to find words to describe the feeling I felt like I was in my body but watching my body over me. It was the weirdest feeling. I felt like I was in my body and also watching myself as well. I don't I, it wasn't because I was weak. I wasn't weak. I was just like on cloud 9. It was a high. When you are running on fat as your brain juice, it is a high unmatched. It is a high unmatched. And that's why you see these monks and these yogis and even spiritual people on these fasts. I get it. I get it. I get it now. I get it. I get it. Because I could see how fasting brings enlightenment unmatched. Unmatched enlightenment comes from fasting. And I would have never understood truly the spiritual benefits of fasting without that 72-hour fast. If you ever want to really tap into yourself, get closer to, your spiritual side and experience a glow unlike any other, experience a glow unlike any other, and really like clean up the body. A 72-hour fast is immaculate. That is a massive benefit from fasting is using fat as brain fuel. It's unmatched. It is true. Like when I tell you there's no words I could use to describe it, it's only a feeling you have to feel for yourself. There's no words I could use to describe it because I didn't even understand. It's like when you see those people go into meditative states and I can't. I sound wild, but anyways, fat for fuel. What helped me was something you said in another video. You said, "That's not my food." And you said, "I will eat tomorrow." Those two statements held me down on day one and two. So thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. I was really spitting gems back then, huh? I was really spitting those gems. And sometimes I look back at my own videos and I was like, wow, I'm really smart. I am really smart. Like, I'm so proud of myself sometimes when I look back on what I say to you guys. It's funny because sometimes I procrastinate on videos or don't want to talk about a certain topic because I'm like, I don't know that much, or I don't know, and I'm no guru. And then I just like I speak from what I know, and I think that's enough. I need to stop underestimating myself. It's a lot like when you write an essay for school. Like any essay I wrote for school and I read them back, I was like, yo, no wonder I got an A plus. And more than likely I wrote it the night before. I was like, "Doo-doo-doo-doo." And I read it back and I'm like, how could no wonder I got an A. Like I'm brilliant. That is what I am realizing as I get older. I am committed to this program with you, and I'll be getting back with a testimony. Amen. I've been doing great and clean eating this entire week. I can't wait to weigh in tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Get those scales ready. I had to get the most out of your weigh-in, just make sure you use the restroom before. Don't drink anything before. You have a bowel movement, do it. And be as light, as naked as possible, as naked as possible. I like to wear bra and panties. I don't like to be butt naked because if I don't like what I see on the scale, then I can't blame the bra and panties. If I don't like what I see on the scale, I'd be like, okay, it must have been the bra and panties. If I'm butt naked, I have nothing else to take off but a limb. I'd be like, damn, I didn't do that great. uh, Yeah, exactly, Lily Dimples. I don't feel right feeling full. Yeah. So like once you're well into like by day fasting day 3, is it Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday? So by fasting day 3, feeling full should feel very uncomfortable. That's another benefit of 36-hour alternate day fasting is like you don't stuffing yourself feels uncomfortable. Like it feels very uneasy because your stomach has shrunk a lot, you're not used to this feeling anymore. And then you start to that's another reason why you crave your fast days because you don't like feeling full. Because you're eating past the point of fullness. So instead of having, 3 big meals throughout your feast day, have multiple small meals throughout the day so you don't extend your stomach and you feel a lot more comfortable going into fast day rather than like you can't wait for fast day to get rid of this overstuffed feeling you put yourself through. Have multiple small meals to meet your calorie goals, nourish yourself, and have all your nutrients. You don't have to have 3 big old meals. Like, it's not a free for all, and there's no what right way to do it. Make yourself comfortable. You need to start respecting what your body's telling you. If you are disrespecting your body, something is broken within you mentally, and that's nothing I can fix. Um, you'd have to understand why you're doing that to yourself. But as long as you're aware that, hey, something within me is not working consciously right, and you work on fixing that, that's the most I could ask for out of you. But there's people like stuffing themselves and then like don't understand why and don't even acknowledge it. That's when it's scary. Okay. Fasting is not a punishment for overeating on feast day. Like fix your feast day. Fix your feast day. You're already not like doing the cleanest diet in the world. So just at least eat in a way where you're not binging and stuffing and stretching out the stomach you just snapped into place. Okay, the stomach is a muscle. It can grow and it can contract. So if your stomach has been contracted for days and days and years, and then fasting shrinks it on your feast days, after a while it's going to be uncomfortable to start eating those same portions you were before. And if you're disrespecting the size of your stomach, you need to like take a step back and be like, why am I eating so much? To a lot of the times, a lot of times it's lack mentality. It's that mentality to like, oh my gosh, I have to hurry up and get this in because tomorrow I can't eat. I can't eat. It's not a can't, it's like I fast tomorrow. I'm fasting tomorrow. The only thing you need to make sure you do on feast day is make sure you have enough calories to get through your fast day and your current feast day. All right. That lack mentality is going to have you overstuffing yourself. It's going to have you binge eating like, "Oh my god, let me eat as much as I can cuz I can't eat to tomorrow." No. That's for people who don't own anything. You own stuff. You have a fridge, you have access to groceries, you have access. Why are you in such a mentality like a hoarder or something? Where does that come from? The clean your plate club. You have to cut that out. Start start working on leaving food on your plate, okay? Start working on leaving food on your plate. Whether it's a half a spoon, okay? Here's a test. If you're eating and you leave a spoonful of whatever it is on your plate, and you put it away and you push the plate away. How does that make you feel? Do you feel anxious? If you feel anxious seeing a little bit of food left back on the plate, you have a disordered point of eating. You have a disordered way of eating. You have a disordered way of eating. And I'm not diagnosing you. I'm not saying you have a disorder. I say you have a disordered way of eating. If seeing food left back on a plate bothers you, it gives you anxiety, you have a disordered view of food. Start journaling. Um, I've been doing the 24 fast for a week and I'm really hungry. Love that for you, Sasha. I'm catching up. So if you have something to say, I'm catching up, okay? And when you notice your body losing inches, it's another level of gratification. Hell yeah, Sherry Berry. I like your name. Yeah, those inches, those inches hit different. Screw the scale. Those inches, that cheekbone, I love it. Let me mess around and get real fine. That is another benefit of ADF is like you're gonna mess around and get real fine. You're gonna mess around and get real fine. Listen, there's those people that like it, if they were slim, it's over. It's over. Like like if this person was slim, it's over for you. So imagine they actually had the tool to get slim. Those really cute girls, like, oh, she's pretty, but she's fat. Imagine if she lost the weight. It's over for y'all. Over. I'm one of those. Don't actually. I guess that's why I'm keep sabotaging my own self because I'm like, if I get to model slim, they're gonna have to pay me to put clothes on. uh, yeah, you should join us, Sasha, on the 80th journey one day when you're able to. It's fun over here. It's hard to break and it's hard to get back on track. Yeah. Stay on the pattern, y'all. Stay on the pattern. Walking around like a flamingo, self esteem and confidence. That is another benefit of alternate day fasting. Past the looks, your self esteem and confidence will rise. Past the looks, you'll see that you're able to do hard things. Okay. Going an entire day without eating is one thing. Going an entire day, every other day without eating, you could be president of whatever. Okay, there's nothing there's nothing in this world you can't do once you master what you do and do not put in your mouth. Like somebody has to be scared of you. It's like women, we bleed 7 days every month and we don't die. You should be scared of us. We are magnificent. I always think about that. I'm like, wow, we bleed for 7 days and don't die. That's awesome. Anything that bleeds for 7 days and doesn't die, it deserves to be worshiped. But um the self-esteem and confidence to know that you're able to do hard things because you have to think like a lot of people have been struggling to lose weight for years. And when you finally do that one thing that's been bugging you for years, now you're able to focus on other things, you know? Like, okay, well, I finally did this. Now I could do other things with a heightened self-confidence and self-esteem, new value, new worth. It's great. It's really great. Is it true fasting helps lose your stomach? Absolutely. Keep going, Logan. Frosted Flakes are the worst. Is it okay to do OMAD the week pre-cycle? I know I should not do ADF at that time. All right, so for newbies, for newbies, you don't have to worry too much about, like, when I say newbies, I'm like maybe 2, 3 months of just starting ADF. You don't have to worry too much about your pre-cycle. Okay. If the week before your period it gets really hard to fast, respect it. According to Dr. Mindy Peltz, Fast Like a Girl, she says if you're a newbie, don't fast the week before your period. And if you're an advanced one, 13 hours max. Okay. I don't feel like as a true newbie, you have like y- like affected your hormones enough to experience the drawbacks from fasting the week before your period. That's me personally, but she says newbies don't, advanced 13 hours max. All right. I'm not a medical professional. If you feel like it's hard the week before your period, don't do it. Respect your symptoms. Hello. I'm doing IF 24 right now and drinking a gallon of water. Can I do ADF too, or would that be too much? You'd have to pick one or the other, and drinking a gallon of water is a bit too much if you're fasting that long. That is way too much water. You will dilute your sodium levels and you can you can die. I'm not even lying to you. You could die if you dilute your sodium levels by drinking that much and fasting. I don't know why struggle to get started. I fasted before but need to get back to it. Yeah, once you fall off, it's so hard to get back on. I wish I would do these lives every day. Yeah. But I need to have a life. I need to have a life. I'll do one tomorrow. Will I? Do you want me to? I did ADF for a while and then found that I binge eat once I'm off the fast. You have to ask yourself, why are you binge eating? Like, what hole are you trying to fill by binge eating? Why are you not respecting your body? Why are you not respecting your satiety factor? What is possessing you? And that's why I say like it's a disorder. It's disordered eating, Chanel. You're stress eating because of the job I had at the time. Find a new job. Find a new job. These jobs ain't worth it because once they kill you, guess what? They'll just replace you. And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I used to know a woman named Chanel." These lives keep you in check. Ew. When you said 50 to 100 calories, are you meaning adding protein powder, calories? I never said 50 to 100. 50 calories max on your fast days. And that should not include any kind of sugars. Okay. 50 calories. Yeah, it would be something like adding a scoop of, for your supplements, your creamer, gum. Those are the main things that should be adding any kind of calories to your fast day. All right. If you have if you have protein, if you have collagen on your fast days, you're automatically out of autophagy. Okay? Just to let you know. So if you're fasting for autophagy, you can't have that. Yes, chicken broth will not take you out of ketosis, but you can have chicken broth to break your fast on feast day. Have your chicken broth, have your all of that on feast day. You shouldn't be enjoying anything on your fast day. Okay? Everything that you have, it should be in like to get you through the fast day. You shouldn't be enjoying a hot delicious no, there's no such thing as delicious on your fast day. If it's delicious, it's wrong. I'm serious. You are enjoying it too much, do not have it on your fast day. Save it for your next day, which comes in 36 hours. Why are you like you get to eat the next day? Why are you pushing fast day? Keep fast day as simple as possible. This is a day of rest. Your body shouldn't be working and processing no chicken broth. I love walking on the treadmill during this. Yeah. Um, what helps me is by keeping my meals simple. Yes, preparing them and having them simple. It is a runner's high, House of Chun. That feeling of ketosis is a runner's high. Um, that is my winter color. Burgundy? Yeah, I just realized like I wore it in the last live and now I'm gonna have two thumbnails with the same burgundy color. But yeah, I am what is it? A soft summer color palette. So like muted tones look really good on me. So anything you see is gonna be complementing my ashy color. I don't take saturated hues very well. So anything I wear is like usually like blush or sage, muted light blues, pinks. Because if I wear like cobalt blue, all you're going to be focusing on is the cobalt blue and not me. It overpowers me. I also feel empowered when I say no to the fast food. It demonstrates self love, self control, health. Yes, that is a benefit of alternate day fasting. Room and pass all those fast food places on the way home, knowing that, hey, for one, I can't have that today. And for two, I'm proud to know that I can't have that today because there's, in your head when you're like, oh, I shouldn't, which comes a lot when you're able to eat. It comes a lot, especially if you're on a diet, right? There's a lot of hemming and hawing on a diet. Like, oh, I shouldn't. Maybe a little piece. Oh, won't kill me. On a fast day, it's either yes or no. And that is a no day. So you don't have to even think about any. That is a really great benefit of alternate day fasting. There's no hemming and hawing. There's no maybe just a bite. No, it's an instant no because today is fast day. It is an instant no. Your brain is taken out of decision fatigue on fast day. You remember when I mentioned decision fatigue? And that's why we start so strong in the morning and end up binge eating at night. Because throughout the days, you're making multiple decisions, whether it's, do I go left or right? Do I email him or her? Should I have this or that for breakfast? All throughout the day, all these decisions eventually wears away your decision making skills, right? By the time you get home, you're ready by the time you're driving home, you're like, "Oh god, I'm going to pull into Chick-fil-A, grab me this, grab me that. Oh, since I broke it, let me have some ice cream on top. And oh, the kids left you're tumbling into despair at that point by the end of the day. Okay? On fast day, there's none of that. It is an automatic no. If somebody offers you a Krispy Kreme, no. If somebody wants to push this over to you, no. If you see leftovers on your children's plate, no. There's no decision. It is always no. And that is a powerful feeling to know that it is an automatic no. You don't understand how good it feels to take away like the liberation from not eating. It's empowering indeed. You're right, Sherry Berry. It's empowering. Okay? Remove all this decision fatigue away from you. Soft life. It's a leisurely fast day. We get through it and then you can eat tomorrow. And guess what? When tomorrow comes, you don't even want to eat. On Saturday, I was debating whether to even break my fast. I was like, I could see myself going into another 72 hours if I continue like this. So I just broke it. But it's really easy to just keep rolling on a fast. For when you feel really good, you have no hunger cravings, and then that ketosis high is just unmatched. And then you don't think about, "Oh my god, what am I gonna eat today?" That's annoying. It is annoying. "What am I gonna eat today?" You wouldn't believe how many times you ask yourself that in a regular day. Uh, if you came to the challenge late, the challenge is over, but you can download the PDF down below, and you could start Monday with a fast day. I have done several 72-hour fasts and loved it. I was on high status a lot. Yeah, that's a natural high. Cynthia said she did a 3-day water fast last November and did Pilates for that week and have never felt better. I can imagine. Pilates is wonderful. You're amazing and exemplary, Colleen. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Actually, my very first fast was a 72-hour fast. Yeah, that's a good way to get into it. You talk to us from your experience and heart, also to help people. Oh, and Kita, I love listening to your words. I wish you came online every day. Oh, what do you do for your face sag after weight loss? Get fillers. Hi, I had fillers. hmm Once I only had it once, and it lasted. Um, what did I get? R. I got the one that lasts like 18 months, and I had it done 2022, January 2022. Yes, I had it done in my trough, and I had it done in my laugh lines. I'm scheduled to go next month, but I don't know. I might put it off again. Yeah. Honestly, the funny thing is, fillers was not created for the Kardashians. Like, they weren't meant for young people. Fillers was created for people who lost weight, believe it or not. And then it became more of what it's always been a cosmetic thing, but now like children are doing it. Like, it's the weirdest thing. But was created for people who had lost an excessive amount of weight. That's what fillers was created for. And then they started putting it in their lips and everywhere else fillers can go. And that's awesome for you. If you want to get fillers to change your face shape and all that, that's wonderful. But it was ultimately created for people who had lost an excessive amount of weight in their face, like I had. I had lost 60 pounds, 67 pounds. Oh God. And my face was sagging. Fill her up. Um, I'm so full today. I wish I didn't eat that much. You'll learn. You don't have an appetite at all? We love that for you. I'm excited to weigh in tomorrow, but I'm also faithful not getting on the scale. But I hate that I didn't take a pic of me. Oh, but I did do my weight. I love before and after pics. Yeah. So take one as soon as possible because there's always going to be a before. There's always a before. First time catching a live. Hi, unique envy girl. I know because all of my lives have been like weekdays on, at 7. Currently doing a dry fast while traveling back from my solo Cancun B-Day trip. And we love a solo trip. Was watching your videos while there too. Oh, that's wonderful. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Next time you go back, you're gonna be skinty. Amber, do some squats. Okay, you're talking to each other. I'm excited. Okay. You were so smart, sis. Thank you, Jacqueline. Unique. Okay. Your stomach will let you know that you're messing up. Exactly. Colleen, how did journaling help you during your fast days? Um, Journaling was a big part of my growth because I was really in a transitionary period while losing weight. Journaling was a really big part of my transitioning period because I had left New York City, which is the city I was born and grown in, to go upstate New York. I was leaving a relationship that no longer served me. My mom had just come up from the city to live near me, and she was going through some things. And and journaling was just like it was a way to release. It was one day when she had went to the hospital, like, check on herself and stuff, and while waiting for her in the car, I started journaling after reading this journaling book, how she journaled, and I started writing, and I wrote until I was done, and I remember I was supposed to get, like, some food, after I finished journaling, but I wasn't hungry anymore. I realized I wasn't hungry anymore after I had released everything from my brain onto that piece of paper. And I was astounded, honestly, I really was, because I realized how much of that was emotionally tied hunger. And eventually I did eat, like, later on, but I wasn't hungry anymore. And then from there, I knew the power of journaling and emotional eating. So it was a big part of my growth. And I'm really happy to have journaled at that time because today I look back at those journal entries and I I grew so much. I grew so much. There were some days that were so dark. There were times where I was stressing the silliest of things. There were wishes in there that came true, things that came to pass for the best, dealing with people that didn't serve me. And I'm looking back like, girl, you was stressing over him. I'm really happy I did capture a lot of that time in my journaling. I realize I journal a lot more when my life is troubled, and I should be journaling at all times. I don't journal as much now because I'm really in a really safe and secure space in my life right now. But when I am in these places, instead of like venting to my journal, I now do gratitude journaling because I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful for everything. I am thankful for you. I'm thankful for this Wi-Fi. I am thankful for this laptop. I'm thankful for the light. I'm thankful. I'm thank you for this microphone. There's so much to be grateful for that you just take for granted. You take it for granted. Yes, I have my health and I have a home and there's little things like this tea. Thank you God for this tea because it's soothing my throat. I'm able to talk to you long. Like there's so much to be thankful for and I just write them down all the time. 10 things a day. And it's part of that, like the magic, which is that gratitude book I told you about, which is linked down below. It changed my life. I could never be pessimistic ever again. I can't think that way because there's too much to be thankful for. You are eternally blessed. You have no idea how privileged and favored you are because losing weight is although it's important, it's a very first world it's a very first world problem. It's a first world problem to need to lose weight. So if you have first world problems, think of yourself as very blessed. Very blessed. Okay? There's people without legs. And it's not funny, it's just like you are re- you're you have more than enough. I used to be homeless when I was a child. That's where it comes from, and the thought was being wasteful from parents. I get that. I get it. I get it. I get it, House of Chun. I appreciate you too, Sherry Berry. I can eat tomorrow always gets me through a fast. I don't deny myself anything. My goal is to eat every 36 hours and that's it. I eat what I want till I'm full. Most days it's OMAD, not on purpose. Okay, nah. Oh, nah, nah, nah. Oh, nah, nah. There's- I'm a mess. If you say something, I'll most likely like think of a song that it came from. Most parents always told their children to clean their plate. Unfortunately, yes. I do not do that to my kids. If they say they're done, there could be half of the bowl still on their plate. Um, I will just cover it up and put it away. Maybe they'll eat it later. Maybe I'll eat it, another time or another day. I never pressure them. Oh, you need to eat more. I ask them, are you full? They say, yes, mommy. I say, okay, that's it. I'm not forcing no child to eat, especially since they ain't moving. You reversed heart failure with intermittent fasting? Yes. Wow, that is very powerful. Would you consider being my friend? Yes. You could put the ring on. I'm happy to be a positive energy in your life. Meti? Metai? Medi? Medi. I'm going to call you Medi. I've been doing so well with ADF and IF. Then a week before my period, I just spiral. Okay. That isn't that I've lost and kept the weight off postpartum, but struggling with 20 pounds to my goal. Okay. Respect the week before your period. If you spiral before, just spiral and then just use them 3 weeks to make up for it. But why are you spiraling? Like, why are you so out of control? Like, what's going on? It's a scary thing when you find yourself out of control, yourself out of control, not like the areas around you that you can't control, but yourself. Like, why are you out of control? Like, what is making you feel like you need to spiral in your eating and habits? Ooh, thinking about my avocado toast tomorrow with the sauerkraut. So there's this what I eat in a day, and I had like the most delicious. Like I got this sourdough bread loaf from Aldi, like only Aldi because not Walmart. Aldi makes delicious sourdough bread. So I get a slice of that or two, and then you have the avocado, right? And I did that. And then Dr. Mindy Pelz, I didn't even get to what I was supposed to refer to yet. Dr. Mindy Pelz recommends like having fermented foods, especially when you've been fasting. So I put sauerkraut on top of the avocado toast, two slices of tomato, and then top it off with everything but the bagel seasoning. I shouldn't even be talking about this on a fast day, but yeah, I see what you mean. You almost had me there, Lee. You almost had me. I didn't even think about food until you just mentioned that. It was so good, y'all. So good, so satisfying. The crunch is unmatched and it's very gut healthy. Very gut healthy. Feed your empty stomach with probiotics galore. That is very key. I appreciate your live chats. I wish I was as wise as you are when I was your age. Keep talking your ish, girl. You are the ish. Nothing like a woman who knows her worth. Bless you, Terrell. Thank you. Thank you. Self development is a heck of a drug. Once you start, like you can't stop. Like you just have to like pump your brain with everything that makes you better than you were yesterday. Mhm. Mm. Who moved my cheese? You're binge eating right now. You have the nerves to text it while what? Thank you. Why are you binge eating? Make it stop. You might need some Vyvanse. Look into Vyvanse. Welcome, Amira. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I'm glad you found my channel. Yeah, you're right about that. The keto high is insane. I did keto before and lost almost 100 pounds doing keto, but it fudged up my menstrual cycle. So I stopped and slowly. Okay, so yes, that's another thing. That's another thing. Keto. If you're a woman, you can't do keto the week before your period too. Like it'll mess up your menstrual. So beware of fasting and keto diet the week before your period if you're doing like just keto because the week before your period you need a higher carbohydrates to feed this now present hormone called progesterone, which occurs the week before your period. That progesterone, it causes the cravings, it causes, you know, that disturbance in your regular day life because it's preparing for the bleed. So, yeah, keto will get you pregnant. I did keto as well, yeah, and gained the weight back when I stopped. Yeah. And there's nothing against keto. If you're able to do it forever, I feel like keto is better for men. I feel like keto is better for men. I really do. Men probably thrive from keto way more than women do. Um, you finally caught a live. Hey, Rose. You know you'll be having all the funny comments. How long before you see noticeable results? You could see it day 3. You could see it day 7. Between 3 and 7 days. Noticeable results, you'll see it by week 1. Noticeable results is like week 1, you are seeing a difference. You might have even lost 10 pounds like somebody else did. Peaches said, "Hi, I restarted my journey down 20 pounds, 30 more to go. I watch your videos. ADF works and I'm trusting the process. You're inspirational." Thank you so much, Peaches. ADF does work. ADF has no choice but to work. Why? Because of that fat loss. Let me talk about what Dr. Mindy Peltz says about the 36-hour fast from Fast Like a Girl and its benefits. Okay, I'm just going to read a few little passages. And if you are serious about fasting, you need to have at least one of these books. Fast Feast Repeat by Jen Stevens, Fast Like a Girl, if you're a woman, very helpful. As exciting as weight loss benefits of fasting can be, there's a subset of people who fast every day, often eat only. Okay, never mind, that's not us. In an effort to help, I started leading some women whose bodies seemed resistant to weight loss through. That is another benefit. Um, for those who are resistant to weight loss, 36-hour fast is what kicks it into high drive. So I'm going to read that again. In an effort to help, actually, let me start. As exciting as the weight loss benefits of fasting can be, there's a subset of people who fast every day, often eating only one meal, and the scale still won't budge. In an effort to help, I started leading some women whose bodies seemed resistant to weight loss through 36-hour fasts. It worked like magic. That length of time turned on fat burning switch they weren't able to get with shorter fasts. So that's what I was saying about the 16-8. I was never tapping into ketosis with that short of a fast. You will want to lean in to a 36-hour fast every once in a while to one, minimize weight loss resistance, release stored sugar, reduce cholesterol, okay, on top of the other things from the shorter fast, such as um, detoxing, improving brain function and cognition, preventing colds, balance your hormones, which is a big one for women who are experiencing hormonal imbalances, PCOS, fibroids, endometriosis, all those things. A good 36-hour fast will help balance those things. Okay, loss of energy, weight loss. All right. Let me find another point. Why does this length of fast work so well for weight loss? Okay, let's read this. Remember all those years you ate poorly? Well, your body had to store that extra sugar somewhere. So it stored it in both your liver and your fat. In order to trigger the release of that stored sugar, you may have to stay in a fasted state longer than 24 hours. And clinical experience has shown me, Dr. Mindy Peltz, that 36 hours is the magic number to start releasing those fat stores. Okay. Cell metabolism study published in 2019, so this is pretty recent, looked at the power of a 36-hour fast followed by a 12-hour eating window, a style of fasting often referred to as alternate day fasting, ADF. This particular study was the largest of its kind. When subjects followed an alternate day fasting regime for 30 days, it was noted that ketone production continued. Ketones is what's produced when you are running on fat, okay? Even when they ate in 12-hour windows. So even when you break your fast on feast days, right? Even when you go to feast day, you are still producing ketones. They also saw a reduction in cholesterol and inflammation with the ADF group. The most exciting part of this study was the fat loss that happened around the midsection in the ADF group. If you're new to fasting, that it can be hard to wrap your mind around not eating 36 hours, but as you become more comfortable with fasting and because of studies like this and the results I witnessed in my community, there may come a time that you feel ready to stay in a fasted state for 36 hours and more. Okay? And then she goes on to her other um fasting protocols. So that was her thoughts about the 36-hour fast, which is roughly the ADF fasting protocol. Okay. And then I found something in Fast Feast Repeat that I did want to talk about because in the Facebook group, in the Facebook group, there's so many people just doing the most. And I don't know what to tell them. They're just doing too much. And I don't know how else to say it. But if you're doing ADF, alternate day fasting, please just do ADF. Do not do 48F. Do not do 72F. Do not do 49F. Okay? Just do ADF so we could all be on the same page. If you want to do further fasting, my Facebook group is not for it, okay? I want when a new person comes into the group, they are not bombarded by feeling like they need to do more in order to achieve more. And with that, I'm going to read this, okay? Okay. While true ADF is less flexible than either 5-2, which is 5 days eating, 2 days off, or 4-3, which is 4 days eating, 3 days off, you can make a shift here and there for special occasions. If, for example, a special event is scheduled for a day that should be a down day, you can always have a second up day and then get right back into the down and up pattern. You hear her say that? The down and up pattern. And that's something I knew even before I read this book. Okay. What you don't want to do is schedule 2 down days in a row. Remember that up always follows down. I always said that from my initial ADF for beginners video that has well over 560,000 views at this point. Do not have 2 fast days in a row. It's not necessary. Okay? Listen. Whether you choose 5-2, 4-3, or ADF, always remember this. No matter which form of up and down day fasting you pick, make sure to have a true up day after every down day. So your up day is a feast day and your down day is a fast day. You shouldn't schedule 2 down days in a row or have one down day and then have one meal on the following day. This isn't the fasting Olympics. It's literally what she said. She said, "This isn't the fasting This is not the fasting Olympics. You don't get more medals for fasting longer. Okay? You're doing too much and you're going to hurt yourself." Where the more you can fast, the better it is. Never forget that we need the up pattern to balance out the down. I really want to hammer that last point. When I tell you I didn't even know this, and I knew to say it a lot like 2 years ago. It's so funny reading this because I didn't even a professional is saying this. I really want to hammer the last point home. The key to the whole thing is the up day following every down day. So after every fast, you need a feast. After every fast, you need a feast. That's the part that lets your body know you are not in danger of starving. Bless you, have a banana. Thank you so much. I'm going to read that again. That's the part that lets your body know you are not in danger of starving. You guys are fast. If you're doing too much, you're doing 72-hour fasts, rolling 72s, rolling 48s, 36 here, a one OMAD there. Your body doesn't know what to expect. You're doing too much. Work smarter, not harder. That's the part that lets your body know you are not in danger of starving. That's the part that keeps our metabolisms humming along. So please do not do an ADF pattern. This is what she's saying. Please do not do an ADF pattern where you do a full fast for 46 to 48 hours, eat one meal, and then start another 46 to 48-hour fast. That is not ADF and is not recommended. The reason it makes me so worked up is because it's too common in the ADF group, and I feel like I want to start kicking people out because of it, and I don't want to. But I repeat myself too often, and I don't like feeling like some kind of mother because we're all adults here, and I want you to do it safely. I want you to get the best benefits, and I want you to be not harm your body. Fasting more doesn't get you more. This is the ADF group, okay? If you want to do OMAD in the group, that's fine too. But doing too much, you're not helping yourself. You're going to mess up your metabolism because your body doesn't know what to expect anymore. Okay? Keep it simple, as Queen of the South said. Keep it simple, sister. All right? I feel like I'm gonna absolutely have to tell somebody, hey, we don't do these lengths of fast in this group. If you could just, keep it to yourself. But doing more does not get more. And that's why a lot of people are plateauing or not seeing the scale budge because they feel like, oh, I need to go harder, longer, eat less, try this, try that. Just stick to the pattern. If you stick to the pattern, then you'll see like consistency. All right. What time did your video start? It started at 7. Finally, you got a lot of your questions answered. I'm so happy. Um, Rogi to Yogi, you started the ADF challenge. You feel very tired and weak during fasting hours. Any suggestions? I would just make sure you're eating. If you're fat, you're not hungry. Okay. So make sure you're not too slim to do the challenge. For 2, um, electrolytes. We love Element, LMNT. There's a link down below in my description box. It helps with fatigue and weakness, any, tiredness. And for 3, just rest as much as you can while your body gets used to moving out of a glucose stores, glycogen run body to a ketone run body. Just give it a few days and make sure you're eating enough on feast days. If you're at the end of the challenge, you should not be feeling so tired and weak unless you're not eating enough. If you don't eat enough, you will feel tired and weak, I promise you. That's great, Tracy. You're journaling and using a gratitude journal. I love gratitude. Like the best thing I've ever practiced in my life. You inspired me to journal, Colleen. It helped me a whole lot as well. I need a new journal book. Love that, Michelle. Funny story. Yesterday was the day of eating rosca de reyes. Oh, my sister-in-law was telling me about that. She's Puerto Rican. For Mexicans, and I thought on eating tons of it, and I couldn't. I didn't even finish my portion. Wow, look at you. Huge sugary bread. That sounds delicious, though. Colleen, can you eat one meal on ADF? No, you cannot. No, you may not. It's due to her low estrogen the week before her period. Yes, low estrogen, high progesterone. I love me some Aldi. I love Aldi, especially in this economy, honey. I could get a shopping cart full of stuff for like $60. That same shopping cart full of stuff at Walmart, $200. I'm like, what? Off to Aldi. Thank you for answering my questions. First live with you watching from Hawaii. Oh, hello from Hawaii. I'm an emotional eater too, being Trini American. Oh, a Trini American living in Hawaii. I like that. Everyone who drinks Element, what's the best flavor to get? I love the watermelon one, y'all. The watermelon was so good. And no, it's not because I'm black. Do they make a chicken flavor? Grape. Lord, give me strength to face another day. Thank you for your dedication and care. You're welcome, Syed. Yeah. Remember, this is not the fasting Olympics. You get no medal there either. Just do ADF. You'll get what you need to out of those 36 hours. The only time you should be doing an extended fast is if you're clearing up something, and even then it shouldn't be like throughout, like it should be like maybe monthly or quarterly. You don't have to do extended fasts multiple times a week. It's not necessary. Okay? It's not necessary for extended fast. And a 48-hour and below fast are like considered still intermittent fasting. So extended fast would be considered 48 plus. All right? 48 plus. You don't need to be doing extended fasts throughout the week. Like have them either like once a month or once a quarter. just to clear stuff up. And when you're doing these extended fasts, they should be for autophagy. So there should be no crutches on extended fasts, because the point of an extended fast is to clear up health issues. And that comes from autophagy. And autophagy comes from clean fasting. You see? So if you're doing extended fasts and you're doing creamers and all that, you're still wasting your time. You're wasting your time with an extended fast that has all kind of little sneaks and 50 calories. No, just do the 36 and lose your weight. And then when you're ready to clear up whatever health issues, you could do a nice clean extended fast and reap whatever benefits you need to. It's just mind-boggling to me that you're doing too much. The Facebook page, what page is that? Oh, on Fast Feast. Okay, this is page 100, right before chapter 8. This is in the page 100 in alternate day fasting protocols. So that little paragraph she wrote, it just like that was like gospel to me. I'm so glad I found it, and that um I got to share that with you. The fact that y'all are really here for 2 hours with me is wild. Y'all are my friends. Ooh, ours looking skinny. Um, ADF changed my life. Yes, Sosie, it changed mine too. I don't know where I would be if ADF didn't come across my life. I would still be fat, and I would be broke, and I would be in this horrible relationship. ADF changed my life. It changed my life. I probably would still be struggling on YouTube. Like, honest, like, God knows what he's doing. Um, Royal says, I understand more now about doing too much. Makes so much sense. That's all I want from you, is to just understand. Thank you for understanding. Does it get easier at some point? Absolutely. As I said, you start to crave fast days after a point. You will start craving that empty feeling. Just be aware of the sugars you have on feast day. It will only be as easy as your feast day. Okay? If you can get away from sugar and processed food on your feast days, it'll get easy. I had Rolos yesterday, and that's why I'm struggling today. And I also ate a cupcake my boss gave me yesterday. And so today's fast day wasn't that easy for me. Why? Because I had way too much sugar yesterday. Listen, you can eat what you want, but don't think fast day is going to be easy. So if you want an easy fast day, it's dependent on your feast day. Stay away from primarily, I'm not going to tell you to stay away from carbohydrates. I'm going to tell you to stay away as much as you can from sugar and processed foods. Like ramen. Ramen is the devil. Oh, I love it so much. I love instant ramen so much. But as soon as I eat it, knees are swelling. I promise. The inflammation in instant ramen is very. Let me give you a thumbs up. Have a banana. You're so kind. Thank you. Why is my throat itching? And this tea is cold. You wake up, you don't eat. You wake up the next day, you eat. There you go. It's that simple. When I used to weigh 105 kilos, no one thinks I'm good enough when I'm around them after 9 months ADF fasting. I'm 79 kilos. Everyone wants to be my friend. Tell them no. I don't know you. Who are you again? Sashay your sexy self away from them. I've definitely seen a change in my body during ADF. And I believe, like you said, our body loves fasting. It does. It does, because it gets a chance to do it. Our bodies were made to fast. The length is varied on the individual. Some people need shorter fast, some people need a longer fast. I was one of those people that needed the 36-hour fast, and that's where the benefit came for me because um the 16-8 was just too short. I was eating too much in that large window, and I wasn't getting enough enough calorie, what did they say? Restriction? There's a way to say that. I wasn't getting a large enough calorie deficit. There you go. I wasn't getting a large enough calorie deficit to benefit. I got like some progress out of it, but it took me 8 months to lose like 40 pounds. Whereas this, I lost 60 pounds in 8 months. And I could have lost more if I was doing true 80 up the entire time. Most of that 60 pounds was lost in 6 months, honestly. And 67, like another extra seven was just BSing. I hope I could start this today and lose weight by summer. Absolutely. At this point, you could lose at least 40 pounds by summer. At least. At least. Needed this, was about to go get a sub from Publix. That's why I'm here. I'm here to be your distraction live. I'm here to speak life into you. I'm here to motivate you to finish your last fast day. It's the last fast day. It's the last fast day. Imagine how good it'll feel when you step on the scale and see a large difference in your previous weight. Imagine when you are ready to put on that sundress in the summer, and like the last thing you're going to think about when you are looking in the mirror and looking at yourself and you like hot, the last thing you're going to be thinking about was how uncomfortable fast day was. You're going to be like, I'm so happy I pushed through because this moment, this feeling was worth it. Okay, there's nothing better than loving how you look in your clothes. I promise you, not fussing and pulling and twisting and trying to hide bulges. That shit sucks. Okay. So you tell me what's going to last longer, that feeling of loving your body or that sub from Publix that you're going to poop out in a day or two. You tell me which one is going to be worth it. I think you looking fire in that sundress is gonna be worth it. I think you putting on a ring that couldn't fit you for years is gonna be worth it. I think you not needing as much makeup because your face is just looking fire and amazing and glowing is worth it than the sub from Publix. Okay, and not specifically you, Naima. I'm just like making a point. This like nothing is going to come to you easily. It'll never happen. As I said, it's simple, but it's not easy. It's worth it though. It is so worth it. It's worth it because you're going to love how you look. If you haven't seen a body you haven't seen in years, you're going to get back there. If you are imagining how you ever look slim, you're going to finally see it. You're going to wear clothes that you put away in storage. You're going to buy sizes that you never thought you would have ever worn. You're going to want to wear heels. You're going to want to tap into that femininity you thought was dead. You're going to want to wear less things. When I say less things, I mean, I've noticed that when we're overweight, we overcompensate in other things. We'll wear big hair and wigs in crazy colors. We'll have extra eyelashes. We'll wear really unflattering clothing, but they're really tight. And we'll wear big, huge, unruly accessories and just be looking like just really extra. I found that the slimmer I got, the less I needed to do. The simplest dresses looked beautiful. A diamond stud brought out my beauty. My natural hair was just a compliment. The mascara, chef's kiss. Okay, you don't need the you find that you need so much less, and I've noticed this numerous times with other women that I just follow on Instagram and stuff. They used to look like comic book characters before, and then they lost weight and they just became a lot more subdued because their body and face was doing the talking rather than being a distraction. All these extras was being a distraction from them being unhappy with their body. You're going to notice that. My throat is itching so bad. So, and I think that's worth it. I know it's worth it. Not even I think it is worth it. All right. But it's not going to come overnight. It's not going to come easily. And you're going to have to do some sacrificing for it. Nothing good comes without sacrifice. I'm sorry. But guess what? You get to eat tomorrow. You get to eat tomorrow. And that's great. That's wonderful. It's not like you have to suffer day in and day out. Just, all right, I can't eat today. I will not be eating today. I will not be eating today. I can have it tomorrow. This food here is not for me. This food is not mine, but I could partake in it tomorrow if I still want to. Delay. Don't deny. Okay? That what she said is exactly what you're doing. You're delaying, but you're not denying. You could have it tomorrow. The delay. Okay? You could partake in all of it. What time do you stop eating of the eat day? Whenever I feel like it. I'll eat until 11:59, honestly. I'm not even lying to you. I'll eat until 11:59. But I'll usually I'll have my dinner, something sweet, and then that's it. I'll start the fast. I started watercolor painting again and journaling. Do you do fiber on fast day? I do. Watercolor painting is awesome. That's my favorite medium, watercolor. I do. I had some fiber supplement. I have to because it needs to clear out the buildup in my blood or I'll get jaundiced. The bile acids will build up in me and the fiber helps to clear it out. So if I don't have my fiber supplements, I'll get jaundiced. That's the only way I'm able to do this, honestly. And I take Bellway fiber supplement, but you can have Metamucil, there's Colon Broom, as long as it has psyllium husk in it, which is an insoluble fiber. It doesn't break down, so you're not absorbing any calories from it. It's intermittent fasting friendly, but it will break your autophagy. So if you are dirty fasting, you can have it. I'll give it a pass. It's a supplement. It's a supplement. You're having a fiber supplement. When you're doing ADF, when do you really start seeing the changes? Because most time it seems like there's no effect. Also, I'm not the gym type. Doesn't matter. Sylvia, how long have you been doing ADF? I don't know. I don't know anyone that does ADF and doesn't see changes. They may not like what the scale says, but I've never heard of somebody saying I don't see any changes. So how long are you doing it? You stop eating on 8 p.m. feast day? Yeah. You're scared of GLP Ozempics? Not I. I need ADF to change my life. It will. When can I see the change on the ADF? I mean, how long? It could take a week. I've been staying away from heavily processed sugar, especially in my choice of drinks. I primarily drink water, but on feast days, I'll usually have a Olipop and Poppy. Same, same. I don't crave juice or anything on feast. I'll have a seltzer. If I do have juice, I usually dilute it with like a flavored seltzer. I don't want to give up ramen, Princess the Dawn, but it doesn't like me. I have to respect my body. Like my body is telling me, my body told me it doesn't like ramen, and my body told me it doesn't like alcohol. And this is a dry January, by the way, so you should still not be partaking in alcohol this month. Okay, so if you signed up for the challenge, you signed up for that too. Keep going. No alcohol this month. Yeah, every time I have both of those, need like inflammation central. Colleen, should a slim person do ADF? It's not necessary, but if you a slim person could do fasting for autophagy, which is to clear up like, you know, bad cells and do just a internal refresh. But if they're doing it for like fasting, it'll probably be a lot harder and you'll be doing a lot of work for a little bit of reward because, as I said, if you're fat, you're not hungry. But if you're slim, you might be hungry. You're meal prepping for your feast day. Yes, you should be meal prepping for feast day and son's school tomorrow and have zero cravings. That's awesome. That is a very powerful feeling where you're able to be around food and in the kitchen and preparing stuff and not even have an inkling to like even want to try it. It's real. It's a real. That is a big benefit of alternate day fasting. You were 324, now you're 295 with intermittent fasting. I'm changing over to ADF. Oh, you're gonna lose a lot. Good job, House of Chen. Ladies, you are worth it. Treat yourself like you matter. Yeah. It's my anniversary this month. I've been with him since 1997. I got a drink to that. You can have a mocktail. Enjoy. You can have a mocktail. Enjoy you a lovely mocktail. All right. Um, this is 2 hours and 21 minutes. We discussed a lot of benefits of 36-hour fasting and what benefits will happen or you'll experience. It's going to be great. It's going to be great, y'all. So, with that, I will wrap up this live. Tomorrow is weigh in day. If you are still going, that's awesome. I think I will continue as well. All right. I will be more than likely going 3 times a week live. I won't be doing the nightly lives. The nightly lives was for the challenge, but it was my pleasure to be a moderator for this challenge. It was my pleasure to introduce you to alternate day fasting. It was my pleasure to have any effect on your weight, your waistline, your discipline, your self worth, and your weight loss journey. It has been a pleasure to be in your living room, on your phone, or just wherever you are driving home. I'm grateful for you. And I know that you will keep going. I know that you are now laced with the skills to keep going, and you have the mental capacity to keep going. All right. Take everything you've learned from these lives, everything you've learned from each other, these the ADF group. If you're interested, sign up. Well, you don't have to sign up, join and watch my previous videos. There's a plethora of videos to inspire you, keep you motivated, and remember your why. It has been my pleasure being the coach. And with that, I'll see you very soon. Congrats. Bye.